One day, you might see me in a whole new way. One day, but still I see that I'm the same OJ. One day, you might.
It's called the Agent Smith effect. If you're talking to somebody like a friend or a family member about what you saw on TV, everybody's having a great conversation about it. But as soon as you stop and talk about is 9/11 a conspiracy or what they're putting in our food is poison, all of a sudden that person will then change and they'll almost become like a prison guard to stop you from talking about those topics. It's like this matrix programming takes over their body.
Yo, what up YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Jay Sin, coming back with another one, man. And I wanted y'all to see that clip, man, because listen, you are going to witness this exact same behavior while on this journey. You know, as you wake up out here, bruh, you gonna witness the Agent Smith effect almost every time you bring up something outside of the norm. You know, don't get offended by it. You know, don't feel like you being disrespected by it. None of that shit. You know, when you starting to wake up and you become hip to certain things, especially when you get on this journey and the Most High give you those glasses, bruh. Listen, dog, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to relate to what you saying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't gonna be able to have those type of deep conversations because they still in this matrix. They still in this programming. You know what I mean? The shit that we trying to snap out of. I'm not trying to make it sound like we all the way out of that shit or we on some different type of, you know, just stratosphere or anything like that, but we doing what it takes to get outside of that way of thinking, to get outside of that programming, because we saw what that shit then done to us in the past. You know what I'm saying? With pornography, with these addictions, with food and all of that shit that we be talking about, bro. Listen, we snapping out of that. We unplugging from that shit. But what you gotta understand is not everybody there. A lot of people either don't know or they don't want to know. And that's what you gotta understand. A lot of people don't want to hear that shit. A lot of people don't want to hear about no-fap and semen retention and, you know, conspiracies and all of that shit that's going on with global currency and, you know, the food industry, the trucking industry, the government, a lot of the things that you waking up with, whatever it is that you waking up to, bruh. Listen, you got to understand, a lot of people are not there. But what you do also have to understand is that it's a reason why you know. It's a reason why you know this information. You know what I mean? And it's like oftentimes when we learn something or we become aware of these things when we could see more clear and when we waking up, bro, you want to spread the message. You know what I'm saying? That's almost like a knee-jerk reaction, especially when it comes to people that you got love for, especially when it comes to people that's in your family, especially when it comes to people that you may be in a relationship with, a friendship with, whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? You tend to want to spread the message. See, but a lot of times, man, listen, if it ain't about some toxic shit, people don't want to hear it. If it ain't about some gossip, people don't want to hear it. If it ain't about some drama, people don't want to hear it. If it ain't about some drugs or some hoes or some entertainment, some music or something, people don't want to hear it. If it ain't about what they done seen on social media, people don't want to hear it because they all the way plugged in. You know what I'm saying? So you could even be halfway plugged out. And guess what, bruh? People ain't you still... The things that you start to realize, bro, people will not want to hear that, bro, because they all the way plugged in. That's why I said we working our way out of the programming. You got motherfuckers that's fully invested in the programming and don't plan on unplugging from it anytime soon. So imagine talking to somebody that's like that. Imagine bringing up the journey that you on about that. You know what I'm saying? What you think they gonna think? You know what I mean? Imagine talking to somebody about the dopamine releasing. You know what I mean? Changing your mindset and you know what I mean? All of those things, bro. Meditation and all of that. Shadow work. You imagine talking to people that's fully plugged in. You know what I mean? That's not trying to level up like you. You know, that's not trying to grow like you. That's not trying to get on the next level like you. That's not trying to gain knowledge like you. You know what I mean? Just think about it. You know, you kind of wasting your breath in that because people, you know, a lot of the times are comfortable with their reality. They comfortable where they at. And they don't want to change anything about it, no matter if they doing good or bad. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that, especially when you get on a journey like this, because all they going to do is look at you like you crazy, bro. All they going to do is look at you like you lost your mind. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be just how he explained in that clip, to where you going to have mugs damn near trying to cut you off. You going to have motherfuckers that's trying to change the subject. You going to have motherfuckers that's just going to get quiet and, you know, just ignore you completely. Motherfuckers walk away from you. All of those things. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to deal with all of that. I didn't already had to deal with that early on in my journey until I realized that, listen, I can't be on that. I can't be talking to motherfuckers like that. You know what I mean? I can't be sitting here trying to explain things like, bro, you just waste your energy and your time doing that shit. You know? So it's better off, you know, you better off just keeping that to yourself, because one thing about this journey is when you link up with certain people or you get around a certain energy, you will know, you know what I'm saying, what type of conversations you could have with people, because that energy will reflect. You'll be like, oh, okay, this motherfucking tune. You could just tell. You know what I'm saying? You could tell what type of frequency these females be on. You know what I'm saying? To where y'all can have real conversations, deep conversations. Talk about what's going on in dating. Talk about what's going on in the world. Talk about what's going on, you know, with the frequencies that they putting out and all that other shit. You know, you could talk about certain things with certain people, bro. You know what I mean? You could talk about certain things with certain people, but a lot of times you get upset because, you know, when you realize this, right? When you come to realization that, hey, you know, your way of thinking is just totally different from a lot of people that's around, bro, you tend, just out of love and just the fact that you got to be around these people, you know, you get frustrated because you feel like you having to dumb yourself down. And it's really no beating around the bush. That's actually what you are doing. You know what I'm saying? You dumbing yourself down. And then when you have that feeling, you just become quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may have been social with motherfuckers all the time, but when you have that, you just stop talking. You stop wanting to talk to people and everything. And then motherfuckers gonna even be having their face screwed up at you, saying you acting different, you acting funny, you laugh, whatever. All of that shit, all of the above. You're gonna have some people that's gonna notice that. And it's just because you just trying to protect your energy, bro. You know what I mean? You don't like feeling dumb. You don't like dumbing yourself down, you know, because it's not a good feeling. You know, it's never a good feeling dumbing yourself down. And what you doing it because, you know, you doing it because you cool with certain people. You doing it because you love certain people. You doing it because these people are around you all the time. So you will start to become frustrated, always having these same conversations. And the crazy part is, when you really think about it, it was like, damn, you know, you come to a realization like, fuck, this is what I've been doing since I've been working here. This is what the conversations I've been having since I've been around y'all. This is the conversation. This is where my mind was at. Yes. That is what you used to do all the time. Talking about sports, nothing but entertainment, talking about music. You know what I mean? Your conversation never went deep. Talking about hoes, talking about clubs, talking about drinking, talking about smoking. Yes. You gonna come to realization that was the frequency that you was on, which I'm sorry to say was very low. It is what it is. I've been there. I had to go through it. I was mad. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But it's a part of the journey, bro. It's a part of your elevation when you come to this realization. And listen, all that do is make you want to continue doing what you're doing. All that does is make you want to continue to gain knowledge, level up. You know what I mean? Get closer to God. You know what I'm saying? It push you more into that spiritual realm because you see what's going on the outside. You know what I'm saying? And I know inside the spiritual world, in the spiritual realm, it could be scary too because you see a lot of things. You see a lot of things. You exposed to a lot, but guess what? You blessed. The Most High wanted you to see that. You needed to see that. You know what I mean? And then when you dealing with people that's plugged in, that's not in tune with what's going on in the spiritual world, I know we learning a lot when it comes to that. But guess what, bro? You know, it's something that where a lot of people don't want. A lot of people couldn't even handle that's plugged in. You know what I'm saying? So it's a reason why the Most High wanted you exposed to this, wanted you to wake up to what's going on out in this world, wanted you to wake up to the darkness that's out here, bro. Because I'd rather be on this side to where I'm up on this shit to where, hey, listen, I deal with the fears that in the things that we see in the spiritual realm. Yeah, it's scary over there when you could feel that demonic energy, when you could see the demons in people, when you could see the backdoor shit that they pulling out here, you know, with these elites and then the food and all that shit and all of that shit. It's crazy. But I'd rather be exposed to the full truth in this realm and the spiritual realm than just be blocked off to it and just stay plugged in while they doing so many things under our nose, where they doing so many things where we putting and ingesting poison, where we doing so many things where we fucking up our mind and all of that shit. That's what happens when you plugged in. The Matrix was actually trying to send a message, bro. And that's what a lot of people don't realize, bro. Is that shit, that whole, it's like I tell you about these movies be trying to send you a message. And a lot of shit that's been going, that they were showing in the Matrix when that shit first came out back in the day, guess what? A lot of that shit is coming to the light, bro. You know, a lot of it's coming to the light. So what you got to realize is that, listen, bro, you going to have some run-ins with a lot of Agent Smiths. You got to know how to maneuver around that shit and understand that you can't have the same conversations. You can't express your thoughts like that with people that's plugged in, with people that's not even trying to escape. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You know, because all you do is, you know, you lightweight, make yourself look crazy, which I don't give a fuck, really, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because them the motherfuckers that's crazy for just being so blocked off of the shit and not even seeing it. But at the same time, you still gotta understand that you was plugged in like that too. You know what I'm saying? And when you realize that, bro, listen, you gonna be trying to, you gonna talk less. You gonna talk less. And you're going to have to allow people to feel how they want to feel about it. But at the end of the day, I am not about to waste my time, waste my energy doing all of that and having conversations with people that's not on the same frequency. You have to do, it is what it is. And if you could avoid having conversations with people to where you feel like you dumbing yourself down because it's starting to get to you, then just try to stay away from it. Just try to avoid it. And if you can't avoid it, you know, you just kind of got to try to be nice, be polite, I say. Be polite, I say. You know what I mean? Because motherfuckers just don't see how you see it. They not on that type of level that you get into. So when they don't got those glasses on and shit like that, it makes it very hard to communicate, you know, but you could try, you know, but I don't know, you know, some people might be receptive to it. A lot of the times they ain't, just being honest. And that's my word, man. My name's Sinn, it's Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace.
First I'ma get on my grind, then second stop wasting my time on shit less important. If ain't about money, I'm going the other direction. And third, I'ma do what I gotta to eat. Fourth, I'ma sew up the streets. Fifth, I'ma never quit dropping this heat. So as long as I'm breathing, you better get used to me. Sixth, I'ma get